Well, this is how it starts. You can see the problem here. This is what we're going to do about it. Put the snap ring back on there to hold this plate on. We're going to spin this and stick a sharpie through here and hold it and spin this so we got a perfect circle. Put 12 volts on it, spun it around, cut the edge. So now we got to cut some fins. Trace my center line circle by just putting power to it and spinning it just like I used to smooth the edge around it. And then I've got my marks all the way around. The entire disc is 60 centimeters. Perfect. So I have marks at every 6 centimeters to give me 10 fins, which matches the original fan. The only difference being my fins are going to be way wider, substantially. Yeah, time to draw some lines and then do some chopping. Original, extra tasty crispy. Oh yeah. It's the same dimensions. It's the same number of fins. The way that this is attached to the shaft, there's a pin that goes through here, and there is a, whatever it's called, a spring clip. It has 2 little holes in it. You got to use the special pair of pliers to open it up. That holds this down on top of the pin, which forces this thing to spin and also free float. So now I got to figure out how I'm going to make that system work. I bent all those by hand. They're pretty perfect. I'm pretty perfect. Kiss my fucking ass. Just test it out there so everybody can get a good look at it. I think factory air movement is like less than 400 CFM. So that is definitely pushing 400 CFM or better. There's been a lot more fabrication in this than I thought there was going to be. So I'm going to take this apart real fast. These 2 wires I'm going to twist down to lock it in place, but you're going to understand here in just a second what we're doing with those. Told you I got my little pliers. So anyways, what we ended up having to do was use washers to sort of shim it into place. I was unable to run the pin through that hole to help lock the fan in, so I thought, hey, I'll just run a wire through here. Well, the wire's not going to let it sit level, it's going to wobble. So I had to take my Dremel tool and cut a groove into this washer so that it fits down on top of these 2 wires and seats perfectly. Drill 2 little pinholes in my frickin' fan. 200-pound test wire acting as a cotter pin to retain this so that it spins with the shank. Alright, so it's moving a whole lot of air. It's balanced as it could be. Perfect. Why go buy a new one just because some Dilbert broke the old one? Rock on.